right, guys, so we're gonna finish up our watercolor pencil birds today. So you need to go to the sink and get yourself a cup. Fill it about halfway full of water. You can share with the person next to you if you want, or get your own. And you're gonna get a small paintbrush. There are multiple types of paintbrushes by the sink. You need to get a small one. All right, so you're gonna get your paintbrush wet. Now, your paper is fully colored. You cannot start doing the watercolor aspect of this until your bird and the background are colored. So make sure you finish that first. So this is how this works. You get some water on your brush, and I'm gonna do the bird first. So my brush is wet, and you just go in and you apply water. You want to make sure you stay within the lines, just like if you were using regular watercolor. And you can see how all the pencil marks are kind of fading away, and it's starting to look like a watercolor painting. You want to rinse your brush out as you go, because just like with regular paint, the color gets on the brush, and if you don't clean it, it will contaminate your other colors. Like right now I have reddish orange on my brush, and if I went to start doing the blue and green in the background, it would get mixed in and it wouldn't look so good. See how the colors become really nice and vibrant when I add the water? And I'm just gently smoothing it out with the water. I'm not pressing down hard at all. I'm just kind of using the point of my brush only. Now right here I'm getting to the end of the bright red, and I've got more of this orangish color around the edge of the belly. So I'm gonna clean my brush so that it doesn't get all mixed in with the dark red. And now I'm gonna do the orange. So cleaning your brush in the water is gonna be really important so that your whole thing doesn't just blend together and turn into like a grayish brown blob. So clean my brush again. I'm gonna come down here and do the tail. You're gonna wanna go slower than me. I've practiced a bunch, so I'm pretty good at staying inside the lines, but I want you guys to go nice and slow and be careful. Okay, now I'm gonna do the wing. Cleaned my brush. I'm gonna do all the red areas of the wing first, and then I'm gonna come back and do the gray areas. So I'm avoiding the areas with gray shading right now. I'm gonna come down here and do the bottom part of the wing. Now I'm doing the gray. Oh, there's my little bird. Let me do its legs. I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. A neat thing about watercolor pencils is that it works really great you can let it dry completely, and then you can come back over and draw on top of it with more watercolor pencil or regular color pencil or anything really to add more details. Okay, now I'm doing my tree branch. Gonna slow down and make sure I'm really careful when I get here by the bird so that I don't accidentally put brown paint into my bird. I'm just using the very point of my brush. now I'll do a little bit of the background for you, and then I think that'll be enough, and you'll be able to do yours. Go really slow and careful when you get to the edges. And I'm just going to leave the white border there on my paper. If you have a white border, that's fine. If you colored all the way to the edge, you can go all the way to the edge of the paper. It's completely up to you. All right, I think that's good enough for this demonstration. So I'm going to continue doing the whole background. And then I'm going to make sure, it's really, really important to make sure that your name and class period are on your paper, because a lot of people are going to have some very similar looking artwork, and if yours gets misplaced or when you're trying to get it off the drying rack, it might be hard to recognize it without your name and class period. So name and class period, and then you're going to take it to the back of the classroom and put it on one of the 2 drying racks that are back there. Please, when you're putting your work on the drying rack, do not put it on top of anyone else's work. It can ruin their work. I guess that's about it. When you go to clean up, it's really easy. Just kind of brush your paintbrush on the bottom of the cup. Put your paintbrush bristles facing up back into the storage container by the sink. Dump your water into the sink and stack the cup back up at the back of the sink. Have fun.